You
have
talking
old
about
school
that was with Hammer?
special. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you, I'm on it. Marvelous, all everybody you name.
yeah. So making that album was, we couldn't wait. We were just hungry. And it wasn't about the money and the fame. We were just hungry to be seen and be heard, and we wanted to travel. And we wanted to go to New York. That was our dream. We want to go to New York because that's where all to us, that's kind of where it started, because that's how we started. Karryl's mom working in the radio station. She grew up in that radio station, and her mom would get free promo records. All the free promo records would be coming from New York. So when Special One got her first set of turntables by the age of 13, she started scratching old school, New York stuff. And we used to listen to Mr. Magic Show and the Awesome 2 and all that stuff. Because her mother would get all the hookup on all the tapes and everything from New York. And we just used to be on New York so bad. And then, when the West Coast gangster rap started, then that's really when that combination of the New York that we had in us and the Bay that we had in us was what really kind of lit the fire. But making that album, it was the best thing. We spent the night in the studio. We came to the studio with slippers and blankets and 40s and food, and it was like we was going camping. It was great. There was those times when you didn't need no sleep, being young and full of energy. So, and creative. We were just ready to go. We started recording easily at the age of 10, 11, 12. As soon as we got those little handheld cassettes, we started recording on those. Then by the time we got to high school, Special One ended up going to the radio station there. Mm-hmm. The teacher just looked at her and said, I can't teach you nothing because you know everything. She already learned it from the radio station. And then she started being the program director there. So we started using that station to make cassettes and tapes and passing them out. And that's kind of how we got to be known. Also having a radio station and being on-air personalities at our high school, 10-watt station. So it went from probably about from Oakland to San Jose, from, Oakland to Sacramento. So it was a good little 10 watts. And we just became known real early on in high school. Well, and that's kind of how we got that voice. We started talking on the mic so early.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like I sound like a newscaster right now. Shit. I mean, it's just kind of in our blood, the way that we, carry ourselves and talk and stuff. I can say that now, but I didn't know the whole time. People used to tell us when we do do interviews when we went to MTV, they were like, you guys should be some VJs. We was like, what's a VJ? There was like a video jock, when you do radio and stuff. And we was like, oh man, maybe we'll try that one day.
Now, the fact that y'all had so many rappers out of the Bay, y'all first album didn't have, I don't think y'all had any features? Or maybe y'all had like one
No,
feature?
we had one song. No, the first album, no, we didn't have any features.
Yeah.
We didn't have any features. And then we just we had like people that we knew like from around the block. That kind of came from material that we had already had early on in the year. And so Paris had kind of took it and stripped the beats and then put some more beats on it. And then we changed some of the vocals. So we were just kind of focused on doing us.
Okay.
And we didn't say we don't want no features. We just kind of didn't think about it. We just kind of didn't think about it because everybody's our friends. Like we have been, like Money B is like a brother to me. You know what I mean? Like if people like we've been around each other so much. Everybody trying to get out, and go do other stuff. And I think
Money B from Digital Underground.
We just didn't think about it, huh?
Money B from Digital Underground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And Shock G and we all came up together. So. I wish we would have done more songs because what happened is once we blew up, Priority just sent us on the road. We were gone. Like we went on a tour. He hooked us up with William Morris Agency, one of the top touring agencies. Next thing I know, we're touring with Outkast and Tribe Called Quest and Ice Cube and it just Nas, and we were just out. It was for years. Like so that was kind of a blessing and a curse because we weren't really here a lot to, do a lot of collabos with our counterparts, which
I ain't trying to make up. I ain't gonna bring up Nas. I don't want you to faint or nothing.
Right. That part.
I saw your other interview when he brought up Nas, and I was like, okay, I ain't gonna bring that up.
Woo. Anyway, next question.
I don't think. So how was it working with Me and X then when y'all did the Ghetto Sarah Lee? Because that's actually my favorite song from Me and X.
Well, it's interesting how that song came about because she wasn't in the studio when we recorded it. We actually, Master P came to Richmond, California, and he moved out here for a little while because he saw the hustle that was going on with some opportunities for independent record labels. And, you know, there was this white man, this beautiful white man named Walter Zelnick, I think was his last name. And he had this distribution company. He started putting all the rappers' labels out, putting all their music out, and, you know, letting us be available in record stores and stuff like that.